My favorite lolcow, the goober of Gadoosh, Wes Watson, has been arrested. It happened last night while I was streaming, so it was a beautiful little present that we got to engage with and go down the rabbit hole on. And today, the rare super specimen alpha male was negotiating a bail with his lawyer to the judge. John Bravo covered it, and I want to show you a little bit of that bond hearing before showing you about the arrest. This is all tying back to that brutal assault he had on the 7-foot monster who accepted Wes Watson's challenge to fight him. The 7-foot monster went there expecting a 1v1. It was not a 1v1. Wes Watson was surrounded by the goof troop, who beat him mercilessly with weight belts, dumbbells, and striking him in the head numerous times, upwards of 40 times, while he was down on the ground. And when the 7-foot monster was crawling away after everything was said and done, even though this had already been done and dusted, Wes Watson came back with a soccer kick that absolutely could have killed him, and it led to a facial fracture and concussion. Now, he has been arrested for felony battery.
Wes Watson, the piece of shit. He was in court this morning. They fuck up everywhere. They don't even see the guy has a prior, okay? But again, this is not a trial. This is just him begging and pleading with his bitch lawyer to try to get a bail for it.
I believe Mr. Watson has numerous defenses, including stand your ground, self-defense, and consent to this charge. I understand the state's theory. However, this individual came to Mr. Watson for the specific purpose of challenging him in a street fight.
Objection! I'm gonna hit you with that Phoenix right, because that's just not the whole truth, nothing but the truth. That's a fucking fib. Wes Watson has a history of challenging everyone who gadooshes him to fight him. He openly challenges tons and tons of people to come to his gym to fight him. And the 7-foot monster was one of those people that accepted the challenge. Yes, he filmed it. Yes, he was the one that pushed Wes Watson first, but he didn't strike Wes Watson. He approached him. They got into a verbal argument. He shoved Wes, and then that was the end of him attacking Wes. Then it was Wes and his 3 friends hitting him with dumbbells, weight belts, getting him to the floor and striking him in the head as many times as possible in like 2 minutes. And then Wes coming back after it was all over to soccer kick him in the head again. I truly don't believe that you can make a sound argument for self-defense when you watch the entirety of that footage. Now, this is not a trial, I recognize that. This is him just trying to get bail so he can post it. But they really do fuck up. They didn't know he had a prior? How? Wes Watson brags about his prior, the 7 years he spent in jail. He brags about that more than someone who peaked in high school who can't stop recounting the glory days of being the high school quarterback like 40 years ago. He will not stop talking about how much time he spent in jail, yet somehow they didn't know he had a prior?
Your Honor, I don't see any local or out-of-county priors here. I would defer to the court and just simply ask for the stay-away order.
The victim suffered a face fracture, concussion, and 2 black eyes, but it looks like you have a very valid legal argument, Mr. Gottlieb.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would ask for an ROR.
$2,500 count 1, $2,500 count 2 with the stay-away order.
Okay, I just want to, just real quick.
Mr. Watson, please don't make any statements. You and I can talk about it. Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
sorry about that.
No problem. No problem. I'll make sure your bond is arranged. Thank you, Your Honor.
Wes just couldn't help himself. He wanted to yap so badly. I bet he was offended that they didn't see his prior. He was probably going to correct them like, excuse me, Your Honor. This is a load of bullshit. I am a rich stud. I spent 7 years in the slammer, and now look at me. I'm driving 10 Bugattis, and I'm teaching men how to be like me, damn it. The super stud. I went to jail for 7 years. Don't you forget it. I mean this with no exaggeration. Him being in jail for 7 years is probably his proudest achievement. He does not shut the fuck up about it. He is always mentioning how he was in jail for 7 years. So I actually think he was hurt that they didn't see his prior. Now, this again was just for bail. I'm sure he's very happy with how this went down, but I'm hoping that when this does go to trial, they won't be making fuck-ups like this. They won't be making errors like overlooking the 7 years he had already spent locked up. Anyway, though, let's go over his actual arrest here. We did a nice dive into it on stream, so enjoy. It really is just a wonderful thing watching Wes Watson get arrested. Alright, Wes Watson lolcow update. Apparently he's getting arrested. Wes Watson has been allegedly arrested by Miami PD an hour ago. Witnesses confirmed he was put in the back of the car. Reason unknown. Probably has something to do with the blatant assault that was on camera. With Wes Watson, it could be a number of things. Maybe it isn't the assault that we watched. Maybe he was, I don't know, hooping paperwork in the bathroom of the gym and someone reported him for it. It really could be anything. The police gadooshing him. Yeah, he just can't stop. He's a gadoosh magnet. And what's really sad and almost poetically beautiful, Wes Watson isn't really a known name, so there's not a single article written about his arrest. It just comes from Ballbusters with 20 likes. You gotta check the county, you have to check the county mugshot to see his charges. Okay. Oh, here we go. Yep, they got it here already. They did all the hard work. Alright. So they got him on battery and aggravated assault, which is what we saw in that footage where he beat that man with weight belts and then his friends were also beating him and he was soccer kicking his head when he was on the ground. What an alpha male, Wes. What an alpha male. But he's back at home. He spent, what, 10 years in jail and he talked about how much he loved it. Talked about how he'd always like show his butthole around or whatever. Whatever he liked to brag about. How good he was at hooping his paperwork. I'm sure he's happy. I bet he is going to be more comfortable in that cell than in his $90,000 or $900,000 a month rented mansion or whatever it is. I already forgot. Numbers always change. 5'8", lol. I mean, everyone knew he was short. Did he pretend he wasn't? That's not surprising. You can literally see him next to people and recognize he's not tall. He's taller than you. Yeah, barely. And I'm short. He used to say he was 6 foot. Oh, Wes. That's so sad. You want to know something even more sad? He's probably not actually 5'8". He's probably closer to my height at 5'6". They probably had him in his fucking clown shoes, giving him an extra 2 inches. Kind of like what they do for basketball stats, where they just put your height like a little inch or two taller. Oh, the mugshot! Oh, see, he looks happy. He looks at peace. This is actually the happiest I've seen him look in, what, months? Because usually he's red in the face, melting down, talking about getting gadooshed by Redditors. He's just perpetually on edge. Even when he's talking to his girl that he rents, he's always, like, mad. And he's always trying to, like, prove something. But here, he looks, like, so serene. He's in his happy place again. He's back in jail, baby. I'm excited to see what they set his bond at. This is fresh, too. This is straight off the press. We got boots on the ground right now for this. How'd they get him? Well, it was filmed. They have multiple angles of him beating the shit out of a man, soccer kicking his head while he's already on the ground and hitting him with weight belts. John Bravo counted it. What was it? 48 hits to the head? From Wes alone? It was something like that. God, it is crazy how he replies to every single person in text messages. I want to be able to identify men by their assholes easier. Nice. That is something Wes said. In Wes's own words, he said people used to identify him not by his face, but his asshole when he was locked up. He would brag about that. He really is a lol cow. He is. He responds to every single DM, every single text message, everything. And then when someone finally takes him up on his infamous, come fight me, bro, he has his friends jump him and they hit him with weapons, dumbbells and weight belts, and then kicking his head while he's on the ground for like 45 seconds, delivering well north of 40 plus blows to the head and 4 soccer kicks. Also, he literally did say that verbatim. I even played the clip. Okay, here. I got him again from my same phone number I pranked him on a month ago. I'm interested in coaching. Let me know and you can go over more details. What's up, bro? What's your main focal point? I'm 5'5", 240. I eat cupcakes, chips all day. I beat my stick 8 times a day. Sometimes I even drink it because it tastes good and I'm a freak, but I want to break that habit. Are you messing with me or do you really do that last part you texted me? Don't waste my time. I really do it. Oh my god, I'm not reading all this. Jesus. $5,999 a month. Or, great deal, $15K for 3 months. Whoa. Wait a minute, I gotta stop the music for that. That's a steal. That's an incredible deal. He's just giving his juice away. He's getting this Krabby Patty secret formula into the hands of desperate men for such a low cost, only $6,000 a month. Holy. Okay, I'll do the 12 months for 40K. Great, you need it. Okay. Oh, is this where the leaf blower meme comes from? Is this the genesis? Do I need a leaf blower to start? Do I need to rent escorts? Do I need to rent supercars? Do I need to rent a mansion? Do I need to beef with Reddit users daily? Do I need to scream at people on Instagram? Do I need to drive around my rental in circles? Does every body part need to be tatted? Do I need to use Metal Gear Solid exclamation points, basically, after every sentence? Do I need to turn gay? Do I need to link up with Lados and Nick and circle jerk with him at Elevation? Also, will Diddy be there? I knew you were a troll. You're nothing but a beta bitch. Fuck off and keep being a pussy. You'll never be anything in life. And then a picture of a leaf blower. This is not real. Nope, it is. Wes Watson. If he wasn't in jail right now, you could test it yourself. If you DM'd him saying like, hey, I'm looking for coaching, he would respond being like, yes, for only $6,000 a month. What do you want? And if you just like hit him with anything like you're a bitch, you'd be like, all right, well, and then he'll go on like Instagram and post a story. So I had this bitch come at a stud like me. Can you believe this? Oh my god. Daily. Actually, I'm gonna check his Instagram right now. I'm gonna wager a guess he has nothing shy of 30 stories just today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Just shy. We just missed it. It's crazy. But here he is. I don't know I wonder what he's complaining about.
You'll understand there's a fucking point there. And I know the answer to all of this shit, but you guys don't seem to. You guys keep falling.
It's just because you're a galaxy brain, Wes. No one goes to jail more effectively than you, brother. Yeah, he does that like 30 times a day, at least. Unfortunately, his arrest is going to make it so he's going to fall short of his quota of stories on Instagram, unfortunately. But, you know, it is what it is. When you're a stud like Wes, sometimes you got to go into the slammer every now and then. It would be over 30 if he wasn't in jail for the past 2 hours. Yeah. Yeah. He got felony charges, lol. Yep. I know. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Wonder how many people send him the 6K. I don't know how many people send him the 6K, but there's a lot of dudes that try and suck on his meat and try and do exactly what he does. So there's like an old guy that this subreddit was clowning on for a while. I forgot his name. I'm sure if I scrolled down far enough, I could just come across him. But there's a couple dudes that do literally what Wes Watson does one-to-one, even mimicking the way he speaks. Like his voice intonation, everything. One-to-one to try and carbon copy his success.